Let me just say the crazy things I do when I'm rendering out videos. One, sorry for the delay on the mythology video. I ran into some pretty big issues. I'm trying to fix them. Two, rate my build. Feel free to. Tell me what you think of my Carla. We'll be using her in rival bromains fairly soon. However, guys, let's just take a look at the new units that are coming out from the Datamines. And, well, we have a lot of fun stuff from brides to a free character that I think a lot of you guys will be quite interested in, as well as some really great rewards from the next Tempest Trial. So, buckle in, boys. Let's take a look. And thank you, of course, to our Game Press Dataminers. As always, check them out in the description. Alrighty. So, let me just say when it comes to brides, I was not really sure how Fjorm was going to work out because she seemed to have a lot of HP. And she still has that amount of HP, but you need to remember, of course, her A skill slot is not available right now. And, well, that is a solid offensive lineup for a staff unit such as herself. She has good enough attack and decent enough speed. Yeah, I'm just so used to speeds being in the 40 now. God, anyways, but 34 attack and speed is pretty good. Pretty good for a attacking staff unit such as herself. However, you know, her defensive lineup is not really going to spare her. She may have massive amounts of HP, but when you have paper-thin defenses like that, just don't. I mean, she's wearing a bridal dress. It's not really a great excuse because we have armor units that are wearing bikinis, but I'll just call her delicate, I guess. Tanith, though. Tanith. When it comes to Tanith, I was not expecting her. I didn't think she would actually, you know, come in as an alternate unit, a seasonal alt, but I'm actually quite happy to see her. So, first up, based on the stats that I'm seeing here, she seems to be a pretty reliable Lance Flyer. We have quite a lot of those, and she seems to be quite remarkable in some ways. Namely, she has a good attack lineup. 34 is not bad. 36 speed, which will be quite substantial in how she wants to build around that, as well as 33 defense and 21 res. Now, of course, res is not that great, but the defense is really what kind of matters when it comes to a lot of units out there, and, well, that defensive lineup will definitely get Tanith at least a lot further when it comes to everything there, so pretty good, honestly. Not too terribly bad. Not power creepy like a lot of people were worried about. It seems to be doing a much better job. At least it seems to be, when it comes to seasonal units, you know, these units are more about fun and less about power creep, at least when it comes to stats. So, I'm sure some people may disagree in the comments, but, alright, let's move on to Sig Hren. And with Sig Hren, you're going to notice some similarities between her and Tanith, at least in regards to stats, in that Sig Hren has less attack, but more speed, and more res, but less defense. So therefore, it's kind of like an interesting trade-off. And honestly, these two, both of them, would make excellent use out of fire sweep weapons. So, hey, they're both, and would you know, they're both in the same category where they can actually use fire sweep weapons. You know, if any of them were axes, it would be a different story entirely. But still, not bad at all. Alright, so let's move on to Pent. Let's talk about everything that you're getting here with Pent. I will say I'm a little disappointed in his stat line, and that's mostly because of how outrageous Pent is in his actual game. But I will tell you guys, for those who are disappointed or a little bit upset about that, reminder, this is just an alternative Pent. Maybe when we get his real form, we'll actually see his final form. God, I had to make that meme, I'm sorry. But anyways, as a reminder to you guys, though, when you look at all of these characters, specifically Tanith, Sig Hren, and Pent, they all have weapons that are Swift Sparrow. So therefore, if you attack with them, you will be getting a little bit more of a bonus to both attack and speed. So that's quite beneficial to all of them. I just threw out the Fire Sweep offering for those two, because why not? But anyways, Pent, 33 attack, 34 speed, 19 defense, 21 res, and, of course, 37 HP. Pent is going to be a lot of fun. I think he's going to be a fun character for anyone who happens to be running a Horse Emblem team. I say he has a good enough offensive lineup, so he should be able to really make usage out of that. He also is part of Horse Emblem, so he just naturally has a lot more advantage to actually getting. So all in all, not terrible, just not exactly something I think a lot of people were expecting when it came to our boy Pent. But still, really happy to see him, and hey, he has a fiancé, by the way, and we need to talk about her, shall we? So your next free unit from the next Tempest Trial is, of course, well, his wife. It's Louise, and, well, she actually has a really solid stat lineup, and I'm actually really kind of excited to try her out in the game because, well, oh man. So, let's talk about the weapons and everything that she gets. So, first up, she of course has a bow. That is the Bouquet Bow, which, honestly, the fact that you missed out on the bouquet, yes, puns, come on guys, make it fun. But no, seriously, the Bouquet Bow is exactly what the other weapons are, outside of Fjorms, of course. That is a Swift Sparrow, which means we now have a bow that has built-in Swift Sparrow, so you can Swift Sparrow while you Swift Sparrow on Bravelyn or something, or even Louise. I mean, honestly, Louise has a decent enough stat line. She's not going to really destroy Bravelyn in that regard. You know, with that stat lineup, she's not quite matching it, but she does have a better defensive lineup in res, as well as having a good enough attack lineup with 31 attack and 34 speed. Reminder, her bow, of course, will give her a little bit more. She also happens to have skills, and I'm sure a lot of you are interested in what her skills are. So she has Reciprocal Aid as a command skill. Then she also has Attack Speed Bond 3 at 5 stars. That's kind of cute. I like that idea. Because, you know, those two are going to be together. Pint and Louise. Probably just, you know, that's just in my head. But anyways, Attack Speed Bond, that of course is at 5 stars. So if you're looking for anything crazy, unfortunately her 4-star thing is Hone Cavalry. Not exactly the best one that's available at 4 stars, but since you're getting this unit at, you know, with Tempest Trial, you're getting a guaranteed 5-star when you get to a certain point. And honestly, her stat lineup is pretty good for a horse emblem team. Seriously, I'm really quite excited to try her out. She looks like a lot of fun. And her bow is probably going to be one that a lot of you out there are really going to go crazy over. I just throwing it out there. All right. Now, we also have to talk about one last thing before we go, guys. That, of course, is the Tempest Trial. Guys, the next Tempest Trial has several seals that I think you guys might want to actually pay attention to. You know, we have Speed Res 2 as a seal, we have Renewal 3 as a seal, and Brazen Attack and Speed 3 as a seal. So, in case you have any other urges to go after those abilities, I definitely say you should. God almighty, this banner just looks like a lot of fun to me. I kind of wish I actually had money to spend right now, but I just do not. So, instead, I'll throw it to you guys. I'll wish you guys the best of luck in your summons in the future. Are you going for any of these guys based on their stats, or are you just going to avoid it? I would love to hear it. And if you do summon, feel free to tell me in the comments below what you got. So for now, nerds, I'll catch y'all later. It's been a fun one, and I'm really excited for this banner. Maybe it might be because I just love Fjorm so much, but I'm also really getting attached to Tanith just based on that artwork. My god, she's beautiful. Then again, so are Penton, Louise, and Sig Hren. All of them are. God, just, Alright, nerds! I'll leave you be. Have some fun. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. I'll see you all in the future. Bye!